How are we doing, folks? Your host Moose here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network as we welcome you to Glendale, Arizona, New Year's Eve 2022, the site of the Fiesta Bowl sponsored by PlayStation, where your Pitt Panthers will take on the Oklahoma Sooners in a college football playoff semi-final matchup. The Sooners, the defending national champions from last season, one blemish on their record this year, taking on the undefeated Pitt Panthers, champions of the ACC. It's going to be an incredible showdown. The Panthers trying to get over the hump while the Sooners looking to retain the title here today. Just moments away from kickoff here as the number 2 seeded Panthers set to take on the number 3 seeded Sooners here from State Farm Stadium. Should be an incredible matchup. Both teams riding very high as we take you out to the field. The Panthers set to receive. Oklahoma will kick off, and we are underway here in this college football playoff semifinal matchup. D'Anthony Hamilton back to return for the Panthers. He's up over the 25, just across the 30 before he falls forward and gives the Panthers offense the football at the 32-yard line. Sophomore quarterback C.J. Kirk in the shotgun here for the opening snap. He's going to hand it off to fellow sophomore Davion Reynolds. He goes for about 4 yards before he's brought down to the turf, setting up 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Another shotgun look here as it's Kirk in play action. Rolls out to his right, just evades the coverage. He's going to scramble, finds a lane down the sideline. That's going to be first down yardage, 11 yards for the super sophomore quarterback. 29 passing TDs, over 3,600 yards passing on the season, over 4,000 yards of total offense if you add in his rushing yardage as well. First down, Kirk deciding to air it out, has a man deep, and that's redshirt freshman Ceno Rogers, the Panthers' leading receiver. He would have walked in for a touchdown if Kirk could have put that football in his hands, but he just overthrows him. Now after a short carry by Reynolds, it's going to be 3rd and long for the Panthers right at the midfield marker here. Plenty of time for Kirk to throw. Has a man over the middle. That's KJ Welsh, and he's just short of the line to gain. Needed 7, got about 6 3/4. So on 4th and inches, the Panthers keeping the offense on the field. One of the most aggressive moves we've seen out of Pat Narduzzi in his tenure, and the Panthers are going to get just enough for the first down. They go ground and pound, and Reynolds gets the yardage needed, moving the sticks for Pitt. They go motion here as Rogers comes into the backfield. Instead, they hand it off to Reynolds, though. A little bit of trickeration or just trying to give another look for Oklahoma. The Panthers love to run that motion look and try to get the option going. Here's Kirk going again towards a deep man. He overthrows his receiver yet again. That's twice Kirk's been off the mark on the deep ball. And it's going to be 3rd and 11 now for the Panthers. 5 wide look. Kirk has a man underneath. That's Nash Jackson. He's brought down at about the 35 if you give him forward progress. That's going to set up a 52-yard field goal for recently named Groza Award winner Johnny Madej, best kicker in football, but he doesn't make it this time, misses it wide left, and it's an early missed opportunity for the Panthers, giving Oklahoma and Taylor Savage, the Heisman winner, good field position to start this drive. He finds Austin Hall for 4 yards. Hall has been his favorite target as of late for this number 1 scoring offense in the country that the Oklahoma Sooners have. Incredible pass offense, number 3 in yards, number 2 in passing yardage, while not being, shy about running the football as well here. Savage decides to hand off. There's Tavari Lacey, sheds 1 tackler as he spins off a hit down the middle, gets 9 yards, moves the sticks for the Sooners quickly up to midfield. Savage goes right back to Lacey, tries to go out to the outside. Great job by Jalen Hills to be the first man to contact him behind the line of scrimmage, and it takes a swarm of Panthers to bring him down for a 4-yard pickup. Savage looks to Austin Hall yet again, 4-yard pickup. Hall coming off a 7-reception, 2-touchdown performance in the Big 12 championship game. Savage back to pass. He's got a man here. That's his number 1 receiver on the season, Christian Williams, able to haul that one in, and they're going to tack on 15 yards as the Panthers got a little handsy there, and that's outside linebacker Talik Bridges, hand in the cookie jar, face masking, 15-yard penalty. Red zone quickly for Oklahoma. Here's Savage to the outside. Hall yet again early and often to his slot receiver, the sophomore, with a 6-yard pickup. Sets up 2nd and 4. Quick throw now. It's going to be Christian Williams here on the little mid-screen. Nowhere to go, though. Goes 3rd and 4 now for the Sooners. 4 wide look. They go the same play. It's going to be Williams again, and this time he's got first down yardage here. They go back to the well, and Williams nearly gets into the end zone. 11 yards, gets him down to about the 1-yard line. Shotgun look still here on first down. Savage hit as he throws. That's Talik Bridges making up for that earlier face mask penalty with a big hit on the Sooner quarterback, forcing the incompletion. 2nd and goal, motion now. Savage, time to throw, and that's knocked away. Great defense there by Brian Youngling, starting at outside corner with Pitt's #1 cover corner, Damian Vector, out for the season due to injury. 3rd and goal now. They're going to go to the run, and it's going to be Tavari Lacey striking first for the Sooners as they draw first blood with the touchdown on their opening drive of the contest. 2 passes there from the one. Very interesting play calling, but they go to the run and end up scoring 7-0 Oklahoma here. C.J. Kirk designed rollout here on first down. Has time, looks, he's got K.J. Welsh, who hangs on through the coverage and through the contact. Great gain there for the Panthers. First down. Read option now for Kirk. He's going to be hit quickly in the backfield. A swarm of Sooners sneaking there. Jonathan Curry, the man to eventually bring him to the turf. 2nd and long now for Pitt. Kirk back to throw. Short pass here. He's got K.J. Welsh. Room to run on the outside. He picks up a block, and he's off to the races. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Panthers. K.J. Welsh. 63-yard house call, and the Panthers strike back here. 7-7 contest pending the extra point. What a play there. Just a little comeback route from K.J. Welsh. He's wide open, and he gets a block from the man who's been the Panthers' best receiver all season, but this time he's a great downfield blocker. C.No. Rogers making the block for his teammate on the outside, and that's a Panther touchdown. We've got an even Steven ball game here late in the opening frame. Savage now goes back to Tavari Lacey. He's running with some real conviction, goes right up the gut. 13-yard pickup for the Sooner stalwart running back. Plenty of time for Savage now. Surveys the field. He dumps it off to his tight end. That's going to be Lawrence Williams, who goes for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 at midfield. Plenty of time for Savage here. The line doing a great job protecting him. He goes back to Christian Williams this time on the out route. 10 yards. Cloud of dust. And moves the chains here. Panthers bring pressure off the edge. That's a great hit there. I think that was Scott Whaley or Jordan Murphy Jr. coming off the edge and getting to Savage there, knocking the ball loose for an incomplete pass. But a Lacey run again. He's finding plenty of room right through the middle of the Panther defense. Sets up 3rd and short now. Savage with a quick pass. That's that mid-screen again. Williams has been very, very effective on it so far. Needed 2, got 3. And it's a new set of downs for the Sooners here. Panthers bringing a safety blitz up the middle. Throws into double coverage. Nearly intercepted. Great defending there. Jordan Murphy Jr., the true freshman nickelback for the Panthers, knocking that one away. Nearly taking the ball from the Sooners here. Lacey goes through a couple of defenders, and I think after the Panthers double-teamed him and brought him to the turf, they're going to get a bit unlucky here. Ryan Jacobs going to be called for the face mask. Must have got a couple of fingers there in the cage of Lacey, and it's a new set of downs for the Sooners. They're going to go here to Weeks this time. He tries to run across the face of the defense. Nothing doing there. Mac McAlevey, the man to bring him down behind the line. 2nd and 12 now. Dual halfback look. It's going to be Savage keeping it himself, though, and he's going to be hit. Matt Emery, the first man to contact him. Brian Youngling brings him down. 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 7 now for Oklahoma. Maybe one play left here in the first quarter. Savage to the sideline. He's got Jadon Hazelwood, and he crosses the line to gain their 1st and goal. The Sooners back to the line here. Maybe one more play. If they get it off, they do. Hand off to Lacey. Cedric Granger. Nice through the line and brings him down in the backfield. Oklahoma knocking on the door, but we've got a tie game here in the Fiesta Bowl. 7-7 Pitt and Oklahoma to a stalemate at the end of the first quarter. As we start the second quarter, a few clutch 3rd down conversions have Oklahoma in striking distance of their second score. Savage here, great deflection. That's Dio Langston getting his paw in the throwing lane, knocking the football away. It's going to be another 3rd down for the Sooners. Savage keeps it himself, cuts upfield, just gets enough separation from Panther safety Cedric Granger that he's able to fall forward and into the end zone. And this is what we mentioned in the pregame preview. Savage is not what you'd call a running quarterback, but he does have the ability to run when he needs to. and he does just enough there to get the Sooners their second touchdown and retake the lead here. Ceno Rogers here, it took all the way to the second quarter to get his first touch of the football. That's going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now for Pitt. Kirk rolling to his right as pressure comes up the middle, creates some room, has a man, that's Davion Reynolds who catches that one before he's pirouetted to the sideline. 32-yard pickup for the sophomore-to-sophomore connection here. First down for Pitt across midfield. Play action now for Kirk. He rolls away from pressure, but he's not going to escape it. He's going to be brought down. That's Charlie Meyer, who trips him up by his shoelaces. Their third tackle already for the star Oklahoma linebacker. 3rd and 19 now for Pitt after that loss. KJ Welsh in motion. Kirk's going to have to roll away. Pressure up the middle yet again, and it's intercepted. That's Brandon Rose. Looked like it was underthrown by Kirk. Rogers gives chase, and he brings him down at the Panther 25, but that's a huge mistake you cannot afford to have. I don't know if Kirk was throwing for Rogers there. He had Christian Klump wide open. If he just lobs it up, he might even have a touchdown on a deep ball there, but instead it's underthrown. Brandon Rose jumps the route, and Oklahoma's in great field position to strike yet again. This Sooners offense is so dangerous, you can't afford to give them great field position, though. Panthers defending well, forcing 3rd and 10 after that short play. They're going to go on the draw to Tavari Lacey, and that's Malachi Bordeaux, the senior captain of this defense, tripping him down, forcing 4th down, and Oklahoma will have to settle for about a 40-yard field goal. That kick is up. That kick is good, but it's about as good as the Panthers could hope for from that field position, holding what had been looked to be a dangerous Oklahoma offense all game so far to just a field goal. Feels like a win there for the Panthers. Ceno Rogers, a bit of space there on the bubble screen. He's going to get 11, and a new set of downs for the Panthers. Nash Jackson in motion. This time they go the other direction with the counter. Reynolds decides to cut it back up to the middle of the field before he runs into a wall of Oklahoma defenders, and a 4-yard gain. Kirk now has a man deep. It's into coverage, and it's well defended there. This time he does look for Christian Klump deep, but that's stud corner Johnny Branch, Oklahoma's #1 corner, one of the best cover corners in the country, helping to stop that one. But the Panthers do pick up the 3rd down conversion here. Ceno Rogers with the little out and in route, 8 yards and a first down, keeps the drive alive for Pitt. Read option now for Kirk. He's got a blocker out in front of him. That's Christian Klump, and Kirk falls forward through a couple defenders. 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Panthers. Klump going in motion. It's going to be Kirk. They're going to run in Klump's direction again. Good lead blocking from the redshirt freshman as Davion Reynolds spins forward and falls for 6. 2nd and 4, Pitt decides to go 5 wide here. Kirk to the sideline. That's going to be Rogers. Needed 4 and got it as the Panthers extend this possession here into Midday's field goal range now, though he has missed one already today. Kirk over the middle. He's hit as he throws. It's behind his defender, and lucky the safety wasn't able to track back to that football. 3rd and 11 for the Panthers here from the 32. Kirk with time to throw. Good protection. Has a man wide open. That's his favorite target, Ceno Rogers. And Kirk, 145 yards on the day today already, but he doesn't add to that total. Misses a wide open receiver, and Midday able to come on and knock that one through from 49. Huge field goal there for the Panthers to make this a 1-score game yet again with just over 3 to play in the first half. Savage, time to throw. He's got a man wide open. Busted coverage, and Austin Hall off to the races. And Oklahoma restores their 2-score advantage. They go to their biggest lead of the day, 14 points off the 75-yard catch there, catch and run from Austin Hall, and it looked like a busted coverage. The Panthers just had nobody over the top. I think that was Matt Emery, the strong safety, bit on the underneath route, which allowed Hall to get behind his man, Jordan Murphy Jr., wide open, and he runs for 50 yards. Nobody going to catch the speedster in the slot, and that's a huge Oklahoma touchdown. This is why he's been so dangerous for the Sooners over the last few weeks, and now the Panthers trailing by 2 touchdowns. You don't want to say this is a must-score drive here with the second quarter near coming to a close here, but I think it has to be for Pitt. 2nd and 5 now. They put Klump in motion. Kirk's going to hand off up the middle. Davion Reynolds finds a crease and runs forward for about 13 there, and a new set of downs for the Panthers. His first real big gain of the day for the Panther running back. Kirk rolling to his right here, decides to dump it off to Shane Mitchell, and he just clips the sideline there, and it's going to set up 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers. 5 wide, just over 2 minutes to play. Rogers finds himself open underneath, and that's a big catch and run for C-Note there. 16-yard pickup across midfield. the Panthers driving here. Kirk in the shotgun here. Surveys the situation, rolls to his right, creates some space, has a man deep. That's a man open. It's Sino. Sheds a tackle, runs through another defender, and he's down at the 5. 40-yard pickup there. Rodgers got around the bump and run coverage, and the zone, the safety playing cover 2 over the top, just did not get over there in time. Rodgers runs through a couple defenders, reminiscent of that big gain he had against Clemson to help the Panthers seal the ACC title game. It's a huge catch for Rodgers, a real big play here, and the Panthers now 5 yards from the end zone here. Reynolds nowhere to go. He's swallowed up in the backfield. Huge tackle by Keandre Prince there. 2nd and goal as the Panthers run the clock down. That's actually huge for them to help run the clock down, not give Oklahoma one more drive here at the end of the quarter. Kirk now rolling away, has a man open, and he overthrows him. Nobody in the area there, and that's going to set up 3rd and goal for the Panthers. Now 25 ticks to play. 5 wide set. Oklahoma rushes 3. It's Rodgers, and it's a touchdown. 9 yards. House call. Sino Rodgers, 87 yards and a score already on the day. His 7th grab, as his role in the offense has just continued to grow throughout this season. He's really burst onto the scene. His first year playing for the Panthers here. And he gets a huge touchdown that's going to send us into halftime. The Panthers trailing just 24-17 in what could have really blown apart the game. But Oklahoma's offense has been incredible. 3 touchdown drives of over 50 yards, and then 1 field goal on their only drive that started in their own half of in the Panthers' half of the field. The Oklahoma offense has been clinical. They have carved up the Pitt defense, and it's going to be on the Panthers to really settle it down in the second half. Pitt's passing game, they've had a couple of big plays. We saw the throw to Rodgers on the last drive. Obviously, the touchdown to Welsh earlier in the game was a huge big play. The Panthers need to settle it down here in the second half. So Oklahoma will start with the ball. Taylor Savage showing why he was the Heisman winner and the likely #1 overall pick in the NFL draft this upcoming offseason, because he methodically led the team down the field for 4 scoring drives every single time they touch the football here. He runs forward for 5, sets up 2nd and 5, and he's got a receiver at the sideline. Beautiful corner route from Austin Hall, who's just been making big play after big play. And it's a big gain again for the Sooners. Tavari Lacey, great job cutting him down by Jordan Murphy Jr. No gain there. 2nd and 10. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Lacey. This time he's got plenty of room to the sideline before a number of Panthers converge on the football there. 6-yard gain, though, makes it a manageable 3rd and 4. Panthers bring pressure off the edge. Savage dumps it off, and the Panthers are going to get their first stop of the day. Great job by Savage dumping the football off away from the blitz, but the Panthers had a number of blue shirts in the area. They bring Christian Williams down and are able to get the football back following a Sooners punt. Wide receiver option there as they go to Rodgers on the pitch. Not much doing for the Panthers on 1st down. 2nd and 7. They're going to go to Daenerys Carter this time. No gain for the Panthers. Backup tailback on that one. 3rd and 7 now. Kirk, time to throw. He's got Christian Klump underneath, and he's going to fight his way forward for 1st down yardage. 11-yard pickup for the redshirt freshman tight end. A number of young players on the offensive side of the football for the Panthers continuing to make huge plays week in and week out. And this game, it's no different. 9 yards for Reynolds, sets up 2nd and short. Play action for the Panthers, and Kirk's leveled in the backfield. Pressure comes off the edge. That's Bernard Barnes, the man to bring Kirk down for a loss of 5. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Panthers could have used this drive to even the score, but now they just need to keep it alive. And Kirk's going to do just that with some fancy footwork. He gets to the outside, and the quarterback run is able to prolong the possession here for the Panthers. Dumped off. Now it's Daenerys Carter, and he can't find anywhere to go. Charlie Meyer again swarming to the football. 3rd and 7 now for Pitt. Kirk rolling to his right to create some space. May have some receivers open, but he just decides to tuck it himself. Has some lead blockers, and that's 11 yards to the sideline for C.J. Kirk, using those legs when he needs to, as Oklahoma happy to drop numbers deep into the secondary, and Kirk's just going to take what they give him and run the football. It's Davion Reynolds now. He's to the sideline, keeps on his feet. Could he go? No, he's dragged down at the 10, but that's a huge individual effort from Davion Reynolds. Fights off 2 Sooner tacklers and ends up turning into a big gain. Pitt into the red zone, looking to even the score. Kirk now has a man. It's Nash Jackson. The play action creates the spacing. Jackson across the middle of the field, and that's a touchdown for the Panthers. Third TD of the day for Captain Kirk as he leads Pitt down the field. A beautiful combination of his arm and his legs, creating yardage and finally scoring for the Panthers, who've leveled the score and made it 24-24. Christian Williams now just up over the 20, and I think this may be coming back here. That's going to be a clipping foul against the Sooners, and they are going to be backed up, the Panthers, with all the momentum right now, finally getting their first stop. Can they get the football back again? Savage finds a man over the middle right as he gets hit. Lawrence Williams for 12, and Oklahoma is no longer in the shadow of their own end zone. It's going to be Lacey now on the counter. Emery can't bring him down. Lacey finds a hole. Kenton Hill, eventually the man to smack him down to the turf, but unfortunately, he is going to be flagged for 15 yards as well. So the Sooners backed up to their own 10. All of a sudden, they're in business across midfield inside the Panther 40 here, and they go with the option. It's going to be Lacey. He cuts upfield, runs through a tackle, fights over another Panther defender. He's inside the 20, down to about the 15. Incredible individual effort for Tavari Lacey. He's at 92 yards on the day, and he's got Oklahoma inside the scoring zone here. Savage to the sideline. It's Hall. He just can't corral the ball quick enough to settle his feet and turn upfield into the end zone, but that's going to put the Sooners right in business here. They've scored a touchdown every time they've been at the one. It's taken them a few plays, though, so we'll see if the Panthers can get a stop. Great tackle there, stopping Lacey. Weeks again unable to get in. The Panthers do a great job holding him up in the hole for Dio Langston to bring him down. 3rd and goal now for Oklahoma. Savage looking to pass. Plenty of time, and he's got Eric Miller over the middle. His first catch of the day, and it's a 1-yard touchdown. Kind of a reverse scoring drive for the Sooners this time. 2 runs that don't go in. Instead, they pass it, unlike earlier in the game when they went 2 passes and then decided to run the football. But great job there by Savage, just waiting. Miller eventually gets the separation from Deuce Holland, and the Sooners make it 31-24 late in the 3rd quarter here. D'Anthony Hamilton back to return the kick for the Panthers, 3 yards deep in his own end zone. He's got a crease, gets a pancake block. That's Lysander creating the space. Hamilton dances inside one, dances inside another. Across the 20, could he score? He's going to be dragged down, but that's a massive return, 88 yards, and the Panthers, looking to even the score here, get to start from the Oklahoma 13 on this drive. Unbelievable field position here as the Panthers now inside the 10 after that short completion. 2 halfback look for Pitt. Kirk's going to keep it himself. He goes to pitch it, and the ball's on the ground. Curry's got it. He's down at the 20, but a massive brain cramp from C.J. Kirk there. He loses the football. Oklahoma recovers, and the Panthers go from being in scoring position after the kickoff return to giving the football back to the Sooners, whose defense comes up with a massive stop. This game was back and forth, and now the pendulum may have well and truly swung in the Sooners' direction after that turnover. Can Oklahoma put their stamp on this game? They have the screen to Lacey. He's running away. Darion Mitchell giving chase, and eventually he's the one to bring him down, but that's a 33-yard play. They picked up the blitz and were able to use the screen to their advantage here. Savage now, it's another swing pass to Lacey, who's been so good in this game today. He's brought down by Langston, but I think that's going to be 15 more yards tacked on to the end of this one. And Oklahoma continues to make the Panthers' life a misery here. You see why they were the national champions last season and why they've been one of the most dangerous teams in football. The Panthers needing to come from behind here in the 4th quarter, trailing the Sooners 31-24 in the Fiesta Bowl. Savage in the shotgun to start the 4th quarter here, and that's going to be a procedure penalty on the Sooners. 5 yards to back up here, 2nd and 13. Shotgun set up here for Oklahoma. Savage, time to throw. Pitt rushes 4. Has a man, that's Eric Miller. He's in space around Whaley, fights through a tackle, and Oklahoma may have just put one more nail into the Panthers' coffin here. Savage, his 3rd touchdown of the game, and the catch and runs have been devastating to this Pitt Panther defense. The tackling there lacking from Scott Whaley. Not only is he beat by Miller, but he can't bring him down in the open field, and it's a Sooner touchdown. The Panthers trailing by 2 scores. And the difference has really been the turnovers. If you look at the plays and yardage ratios, the teams are near equivalent. First down's exactly the same, but the Panthers trail by 2 touchdowns and have the only 2 turnovers in this football game. So Pitt trailing by 14. Kirk's going to roll out, has time. He's going to run, gets out of bounds there with an 8-yard pickup. And if there's one team that has shown that they can come from behind this season, it is the Cardiac Cats. It's going to be Daenerys Carter here, nowhere to go. Short gain there, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers. They get right back on the football. 2 halfback look here, dual side cars, and it's going to be Davion Reynolds, the Panthers' star tailback. He gets 9 yards and extends the possession for the Panthers here. 2nd and 10, trips to Kirk's right. He's going to look that direction, surveys the field. He's lucky that one's not intercepted. DJ Hawkins gets his hands on the football, but can't corral it as the Panthers look for Ceno Rogers here. 3rd and 10. Kirk, pressure comes, and he throws it incomplete. Charlie Meyer nearly with the sack, and the Panthers have to go for it here in their own half of the field, but 2 touchdowns down. There's not many options left. Kirk stands in there, makes a throw. He's got Rogers open. He's out of bounds across the 40 into Oklahoma territory, and that is a massive play. Kirk stands in there, takes the contact, delivers a strike. That's a throw that he missed earlier in the game today. He makes it when he needs to, and it's a first down for the Panthers. Read option now for Kirk. Right up the gut there. He's pirouetted to the turf, but that's 11 yards and a first down for Pitt over across the 30 of the Sooners here. Just over 8 minutes to play. Kirk looks to the sideline. He's got KJ Welsh, takes a gigantic hit from Brandon Rose, but holds onto the football. 23 yards. Welsh over 100 yards for the day. Pitt, 1st and goal now from the 4. Kirk rolling to his right. Has a man. That's going to be Christian Klump, but he's unable to get forward and get into the end zone. He's out at about the 1.5-yard line. 2nd and goal on Yango in motion for the Panthers. Kirk, read option, keeps it himself. He's into the end zone. The captain leads the way, makes the huge mistake just a few drives ago, but he gets one back for the Panthers here. A couple of massive throws, and eventually fights his way forward for pay dirt. The Panthers an 11-play, 70-yard drive right when they needed it, and they're back within 7. They just need a stop from their defense here to keep them in the football game. Oklahoma hands it off up the middle. It's Tavari Lacey, tries to break it to the outside. Dio Langston, the man to drag him to the turf. Short gain there. 2nd and 9 for the Sooners. Dual halfback look here. Panthers surveying. Savage to the sideline. It's intercepted. Brian Young-LING jumps in front of Eric Miller, and the Panthers have created a turnover and take the football away from the Heisman winner. What a play by Young-LING at the sideline. Gets 2 feet in bounds. That's an interception at any level of football, and that may have completely flipped the script on this contest. Pitt with great field position here, already in Oklahoma territory, and C.J. Kirk tries to give it right back. Johnny Branch, 5 interceptions on the season, but he can't add to that total as the Panthers escape absolute tragedy there. Kirk lucky he didn't throw the interception. 2nd down, though. He goes back across the middle to Ceno Rogers. That's going to be a catch and run for a first down. Pitt fans everywhere breathing a sigh of relief as the Panthers keep the drive alive with a first down. Kirk now hands off Davion Reynolds. He's got a seam through the middle of the line. He's going to get about 9, and I think the Panthers are finally going to be a recipient of a face mask call. 15 yards to tack on to the end of that carry. Steve Rogers, Captain America, the man to be caught with his hand in the cookie jar. 1st and goal for the Panthers. Kirk rolls out to the right on play action. He's going to scramble. Maybe could have run for the end zone there. Instead, he looked for Onyango and completely misses his man. Falls incomplete. 2nd down for Pitt. 5 wide set. They roll Kirk to the right again into space, looking to find a man. Goes underneath to Rogers. He can't shed any tacklers this time. That's going to be 6 yards, and it's a critical 3rd and goal. They motion Reynolds out of the backfield, creating a 5 wide set. Trips to the right. Oklahoma rushes 5. Over the middle, Reynolds goes up for a circus catch, and that may be the equalizer for the Panthers. Davion Reynolds, I don't think any human could get any higher than what Reynolds just did to haul that one in. He's at about the height of the helmet of the Oklahoma defender. He goes up, makes the catch, and falls into the end zone just a minute and 25 after Brian JUNG-LING creates the turnover. The Panthers have leveled this score. Everything to play for now. 5 minutes left in the final stanza. Incredible from the Panthers. Savage now over the middle. He comes right back throwing, and he's got Christian Williams there for 16. This Sooners team is incredibly talented, and you know one turnover is not going to make or break them here. Savage now. He's going to keep it himself on the option. He's going to completely go full Heisman pose on Dio Langston there with the stiff arm. 17-yard run for Taylor Savage. And it's a first down for Oklahoma. Lacey now, plenty of blocking to the side there. McAlevey eventually the one to drag him down, but it's a nice pickup, sets up third and short. Motion now from Williams, the tight end. Savage looks that way, but he's got Austin Hall, who came out of nowhere to make that grab. Fights through a couple of defenders, and after spinning forward, he's at about the 12. Hall with another incredible individual effort there. Puts Oklahoma in the red zone. Lacey now goes off tackle. The Panthers have a trio of defenders out on the edge there. McAlevey, the one to knock him to the turf. Big loss there. 2nd and 13. Savage now looks over the middle. He's got Eric Miller. Completely missed tackle by Cedric Grange there. He went for the big hit to try and dislodge the football. Completely whiffed. And Miller goes into the end zone untouched. And the Panthers right back where we started. A touchdown behind the Sooners here in what has been a points fest here. This State Farm Stadium is a points factory. Oklahoma now 45-38 with just 3 minutes to play. Savage showing his mettle, creating a touchdown drive there. Helped out by some poor tackling by the Panthers. But C.J. Kirk, 322 yards, 4 passing touchdowns on the day already. Can he get another for the Panthers to level up this score? Davion Reynolds out on the wheel route there, goes for about 9, and that's going to be 15 more tacked on to the end of that. Oklahoma with some dirty laundry on the field. That's a 15-yard gain. Hawkins, the man with the infraction there. 1st and 10 for Pitt across midfield. Trips to the left. Kirk unable to get a receiver open in time to release that football. He's brought down for a loss of 10. It's Charlie Meyer, who's been all over the field today, forcing the big loss. 2nd and 20 for Pitt. Sideline look, and that's overthrown. Klump in triple coverage there. Kirk trying to fit it into a tight window, but he's unable to do so. 3rd and 20. Panthers needing some magic created here. Kirk has a man open. It's Klump. It's a touchdown. The Panthers have tied it, pending the extra point. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We've seen this too many times in the past from the Panthers, but Christian Klump runs past all the defenders, no help over the top, and Pitt pulls a rabbit out of their hat and has leveled the score. But did they leave the Sooners too much time? 2 minutes on the clock for Taylor Savage and the most explosive offense in football. That's Lacey up the middle for 4. 2nd and 6 now for the Sooners, under 2 minutes to play. They get back to the line here trying to save some time. Savage, time to throw. Pitt rushes just 3, and he's going to be hit. The pressure gets home. 7-yard loss. It's Malachi Bordeaux again. When the Panthers need a big play, count on the redshirt senior to make it happen. 3rd and 12 now for Oklahoma. Time ticking down on the clock. Savage steps into the pocket, has a man. No, he doesn't. Brian JUNG-LING makes another incredible interception. He came out of nowhere to jump in front of that football. It looked like the Sooners could be off to the races there, and instead JUNG-LING, with the incredible speed that he has, makes it up and makes an incredible interception. All of a sudden, Pitt now in the driver's seat, just inside the 50. All 3 timeouts, looking for the winning score here. Kirk keeps it himself for 3. 2nd and 7 now for Pitt. We're under a minute to play as the Panthers are running as much time off as they can. Keith Onyango runs into space. He might score. No, he's out at the 5, but a 40-yard reception for the redshirt junior. And the Panthers are just 5 yards away from their first lead of this entire contest. They've been trailing for essentially the entire game here. And now with 30 seconds to play, they could be winning. Klump in motion. It's going to be Kirk. Keeps it himself. He's going to waltz right in. A Pitt Panther touchdown. A 50-burger. And it's 51-45 45 Panthers with 34 seconds to play. CJ Kirk's seventh, I count you. It's the stairway to 7, his 7th touchdown of the day. 5 passing, 2 rushing, and a 52-45 Pitt Panther lead. They just need to hold on for 30 more seconds. Adams now on the return. He finds a hole, and he could be away. Thankfully, the Panthers knock him down. Oh, my goodness, he sheds a couple. He's down at about the 30. 27 seconds for Taylor Savage and the Sooners. So Oklahoma will have to march 70 yards in 27 seconds, and they're not going to do it with that play. Underneath to Christian Williams. He does run forward, but it's Bordeaux again, the main man, able to pull him down after a 12-yard gain here. Oklahoma uses a timeout. 21 seconds to play. They try to use that screen that's been so effective for them today, but nowhere for Tyrone Weeks to go. Loss of 4, and Oklahoma will use their second timeout. 16 seconds for the Panthers to defend here. Savage back to pass. Pitt rushes 4. The pressure comes, and it's Malachi Bordeaux yet again with an incredible stop of Savage. The time is ticking down, and a timeout's going to be used here with 2 seconds to play. It's going to be Hail Mary or bust for Oklahoma. Savage has the arm to get it there. He's going to throw it deep into coverage. The ball falls to the turf, and the Pitt Panthers are going to the national championship game for the second time in 3 years. It wasn't pretty, and yet somehow it was a masterpiece. As gritty and blue-collar a win as the city of Pittsburgh, the Panthers come from behind to stun and dethrone the defending national champion Oklahoma Sooners with a 52-45 victory. When Pitt fell behind 38-24, you wondered, was this it for what seemed to be a special season for the Panthers? But no, this Pitt team was just getting going. Bend but not break for the defense, and an offense that just was relentless. CJ Kirk, 400 yards passing, 7 total touchdowns, and an incredible victory for the Pitt Panthers. Everyone on the offense getting involved. KJ Welsh for the touchdown, Davion Reynolds, Ceno Rogers, Christian Klump, and then, of course, CJ Kirk with a couple of rushing scores. Just an incredible win for the Panthers. The defense making big plays when they needed to. Brian Youngling, normally the best slot corner in all of college football, thrust into the outside corner role with the injury a few games ago to Damian Vector, and he comes up with the 2 biggest plays on defense of the Panthers season. Don't leave out Malachi Bordeaux, the Panthers' defensive captain, the leader of this defense, star defensive tackle. It's taken him 5 years to truly realize his potential, but he's done just that this season. Comes up with 2 sacks, some incredible tackles in the fourth quarter when the Panthers most needed it, and just an incredible victory. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. An incredible win for the Panthers, which means we'll see you for one more game, the college football playoff national championship game coming very soon. Hail to Pitt. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.